Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And today we're going to be looking at two of the Transformer figures that I was able to pick up once again at my local comic book store. One I'm pretty much satisfied with and felt that I got a good deal on them. The other one, even though I thought I was getting a good deal, turns out that it wasn't the deal I was planning for, and I was greatly disappointed with it. But we're going to go into it, and the first figure we're going to look at is going to be from the Transformers Legacy series. This here is Bulkhead. Now, this Bulkhead here is in the box, but the Bulkhead that I picked up at the comic book store did not come with a box. But fortunately for me, when I ran the last giveaway, this figure was never claimed. The contestant who won this prize never claimed it, so it's going back in rotation for the next giveaway. But I can use the outside of the packaging for this video here, and I will show you the figure that I actually got from the comic book store in the next scene. So guys, once again, let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at the package. So let's get a closer look at this package. As you can see here, a nice window so you can see the figure, and some cool artwork of Bulkhead in his alt mode. You got Transformers Legacy at the bottom, Transformers written along the side, once again along with the Autobot Generations logo at the top there. And on the side you got some cool close-up artwork of Bulkhead there. Very nice looking, really cool looking. And on the back we got some product shots of the figure itself in both modes. It's pretty much 30 steps to transform from one form to the other. Now the Bulkhead in the box has that gun. My Bulkhead did not come with that gun, so you won't see it in this video. I'm not going to open this Bulkhead up because I'm going to put this back in rotation for our next and future giveaways. So hopefully somebody will have a chance to win this Bulkhead. And as you can see at the bottom, Legal Mumbo Jumbo Legacy at the top. So guys, let's go ahead and let's pull out the figure that I actually got from the comic book store. Alright guys, so here is the figure that I actually picked up from the comic book store. As you can see, it looks really good. Let's go ahead and put this one away since we no longer need it for the video. And let's go ahead and let's check a closer look at this figure right here. As you can see, he's got a very nice sculpt head right there of Bulkhead. Very nicely done. As you can see, lots of detail. You got the hollowness of the chest through the windshield, you can see there, but not a big issue. But once again, very nicely done. If you didn't know anything about the other Bulkheads from the Transformers history, you would think this is just a very cool figure. And I do like him. He is a very good version of Bulkhead, though my favorite still is the Transformers Prime version, but I'm liking this one here as well. Looks very nice, very clean. And as you can see alongside of it, lots and lots of detail. Once again, it is a hollow figure like a lot of the other ones, but nevertheless still cool. Now with the head, he is on a ball joint, but because of that massive chin, you can only turn so far before his chin blocks him. So you got that there. Now with the arms, he can go out 90 degrees at the shoulder, as you can see here, and he can rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder again. Very nicely done there. And with the elbow, as you can see, he can go past 90 degrees, and he also has bicep rotation as well. As you can see there, he does have some rotation in the wrist as well, so he can rotate the hands. Now he does have hip rotation as well, as you can see right there, which is really cool. Now let's move the hand out the way with the legs. He can go all the way out to the side, so he can do the splits, the side splits. Now going forward, he can go pretty much all the way straight forward. And let's get it back. Let's see. Now with the back plate on, that's about as far back as you're gonna get. But you can't go all the way back once you take that plate off. He does have leg rotation as well. At the knees, he goes a little bit past 90 degrees, which once again is very cool for articulation. Now with the feet, the toes can bend down, the heel can bend down, and he does have some ankle tiltage, as you see right there. So once again, makes for some great posing. It is a very cool figure, I must admit. I wasn't really keen on getting him because I do like my Transformers Prime Bulkhead. But when I saw this one for the price, I couldn't resist. And I'll give you guys a clue on the price later on in the video. Now you can remove this back plate. Now as you can see, he looks okay, but you can't see inside the empty chest cavity there, which not one of my favorite portions of the toy, but I get why they did it. Now that back plating is an accessory. He also comes with one other accessory that I was able to get with them, and that's this right here, his wrecking ball, which is really cool design that they did this. Normally they put these things where you gotta flip the hand around or remove the hand some way and hide it and then peg it in, but this one actually sits around the hand, which is really cool, really nicely done, and it'll twist with the hand itself, which is, I think, a really cool feature. Once again, very nicely done. Now you can take this back plate here, pull out that peg. Now you can peg it anywhere you want. Like the pegs are 5mm on the wrecking ball, like this here. So, you know, crazy design. Do what you want. It's your toy. Display it how you want to display it. But per the instructions, or the back of the box, I should say, it shows it going this way here. So you can pose it there. Me personally, I like it on the back because it actually hides up a lot of the hollowness to this figure. So you can hide it quite well with that on his back. So guys, that's the figure right there. Let's do a quick comparison before we go ahead and check out his transformation. Alright guys, so here is Legacy Bulkhead alongside one of my favorites, the Transformers Prime First Edition Bulkhead. As you can see, two different takes on the character. I do like the Prime one better. I do like it a lot, but like I said, this Legacy Bulkhead is actually growing on me. The more I play with it, the more I check them out. It is a cool little figure, and let's be honest, to get one of these Transformer Prime First Edition Bulkheads is pretty hard. I don't know how many people have actually watched the show. I don't see too many of these on the Facebook Transformer groups, but I know a few people actually have them, and as you can see, hopefully you can see there on his hand, he has the wrecking ball that actually gets pegged in. But guys, that's Bulkhead in his robot mode. Let's go ahead and let's check out his alt mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
地球のエネルギー資源を狙うワルダー星人ダイアクロン隊員出動。大地を揺るがす巨大ロボット基地ロボットベース。君の燃える指令をキャッチして今ロボットベースが戦う。操縦するのは君だ。ダイアクロンロボットベース。ダイアクロン。
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here is Bulkhead in his alt mode, looking like a heavy transport vehicle. So let's go ahead and get a closer look. As you can see here, with the transparent windshields, it does look a little bit nicer in his alt mode. It doesn't look really good in his bot mode, but as you can see, lots of detail. The robot hides pretty well here. As you can see, his feet actually curl up, kind of make like the gate there, which is really cool. You can actually pull these down, go there. Now if you wanted to, you can actually go ahead and get the wrecking ball, and you can actually store it back here. So let's go ahead and store it in the back here. I'm probably gonna have to lift it up a little bit, that cover. Let's get this in here. There we go. And let's close up the gate. There you go. Once again, a very nicely done figure here. Wheels roll really good. It does look very nice. But guys, let's go ahead. Let's do a quick comparison of this figure versus the Transformers Prime Bulkhead. Alright guys, so here is our Transformers Legacy Bulkhead. Let's go ahead and let's bring in the Transformers Prime Bulkhead. And as you can see here, both of them looking really cool. As you can see, One is kind of like an armored off-road vehicle. The other one is a heavy transport vehicle. Both looking really nice. I like both of them. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't plan on buying this figure. When I started purchasing figures for my own collection, I figured I would wait on him. But the price that I found him at the comic book store made me pick him up, and the condition he was in. Really cool. And don't forget the Transformers Prime. You can peg his wrecking ball in the back like so. So you got that storage there for him as well. Alright guys, we got one more thing to check out before we wrap up this video. Alright guys, so the second figure I picked up along with Bulkhead that day was one I thought was going to be really cool. And it is the Generations Wreck Gar. Now, if you've seen in previous videos, I do have the Generations Junk Keep and the 86 Wreck Gar, and I wanted to get this one to go along with the collection. But as you can see, hopefully you guys noticed it already, there is some damage to this figure as one of the handlebars is broken off. And when I looked at the other one, I noticed right off the bat that this one was actually glued in. So it wasn't something that I did. This thing was glued in and these guys passed it off. Now, fortunate for me, this figure only cost me $6. So I'm not too pissed. I'm just upset that the comic book store, because normally stuff like this, it would be marked on the package when you pick them up, so you guys know exactly what you're buying. But they're not doing that anymore. They're not marking knockoffs. They're not marking damages or missing weapons or anything. They're just putting a price tag and letting people buy it, and that is not cool in my book. You know, buyer beware, yes, but you guys build a reputation. You guys want to make sure that the customers are satisfied with the figures that you guys are collecting. And so far, this is the third time that I've gotten a very disappointing figure from this comic book store, and unfortunately it is the closest one to me, as the nearest comic book store from this one is about 40 to an hour drive away. But that's it. This guy I did pay $6 for. Very disappointed. So guys, make sure, even though it's a comic book store you go to all the time, or a certain store that you go to all the time to collect these figures, make sure you check them before you walk out the door. You may have purchased hundreds of figures for them. I purchased thousands of dollars from this comic book store, and still I have to check everything before I leave, so I don't make sure I don't get scammed. So guys, just be aware of it. And guys, that's where we're gonna wrap up this video for today. Alright guys, so that wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now, my opinion on this figure, should you get him, I'm kind of indifferent on this one. This one I'm on the fence, because he is a cool figure, but I don't really feel that he's worth the $30 for being such a hollow figure. And even though he looks really cool in his alt mode, it's still $30. Now, the reason why I have this one here, I actually paid $10 for this guy, and like I said, the only thing he was missing was the box instructions and his weapon. Now, the weapon is the only thing that dropped it down $20 for me, and at $10 I picked him up because he looked in very good condition. I took a chance at $10. I do like the figure. I'm not disappointed that I got him. I'm actually glad that I got him. But I know a lot of people, $30 for a figure that's so hollow might not be so into it. And I'm not going to back something like that, because I do feel he is very hollow. But if you can find them at discount stores like DD Discount, Ross, Ollie's, Big Lots, or even your local comic book store at a discounted price, should you get them, then yeah, I would take a chance on them at a cheaper price, but not at $30. Alright guys, once again, it comes to that point in the video. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, share this video on all your social media platforms. It does help the channel. And if you guys like the content that I'm putting out on this channel, go ahead and hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And for those of you guys who are watching this on Rumble, go ahead and smash that Rumble button. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to try to get that out there for you guys. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.